State Farm post-game show coming up after this one. Possibly some bonus coverage. JP and the guys. JP will be there to direct us through the State Farm post-game show with 2:16 to go.
Crowd was just chanting, Myles Garrett. Dun, 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 dun. Myles Garrett. This is your opportunity. Now I do think they're going to run the ball a couple times on this drive too. But you're going to have some chances here, Myles Garrett. And Aaron Rodgers does not want to go to week 18 against Baltimore. He wants to end it right here. That's why you bring him in.
Empty backfield on first down. He's going to go for the deep ball, and Valdez-Scantling tried to find it, field it. He's over his head.
His eyes are getting around too late. MVS needs to get his eyes back sooner right here. Get back. Ball's already in the air. By the time you pick up where he threw it, it's too late.
You've said that twice today with MVS.
Yep.
Once in the first half on a deep ball on the far sideline.
Trying to teach him for the future as he goes forward. And I also said they're going to need him to create one big play because he's one-on-one. He's got to win once.
2nd and 10. Here comes Garrett. And Rodgers got rid of it with Garrett right on him that affected that throw. Shelby Harris was there too. And now you got a 3rd and 10.
Rodgers is going to go ahead and read the right side, and he's going to come to the check down. But the fact that Garrett is there, he's uncomfortable, doesn't get to stand in, and you see Garrett's family almost has the record.
But monster 3rd down play right here.
You'd think Cleveland was playing for its playoff berth right now.
Third and 10. Rodgers stepping up in trouble. Got rid of it, incomplete. And still on the north side of the 2-minute warning, but it's 4th down.
See the outside pressure coming in. Rodgers has to step up, and it's a great job by Cleveland of collapsing the pocket. And Rodgers, if he wouldn't have gotten touched, would have gotten a 1st down. And wow,
they're going for it. 4th and 10. You go for it here, Tony. If you don't get it and you give up a field goal, you auto 3 or your timeouts.
It's actually genius if you think about it, because you can hold them to a field goal,
right,
like you said, and keep it to 7. This is brilliant.
Need 10 for a 1st. Rodgers pass deflected, and the Browns stopped them 4 straight plays. Looked like it was Harris. As we reach the 2-minute warning, Cleveland takes over at the Pittsburgh 20, but it's not over yet. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Again, Pittsburgh has all 3 timeouts. Cleveland takes over at the Steelers 20-yard line. Tony, walk me through the strategy here.
Well, I think it's just how aggressive you want to be if you're Cleveland. You can end this football game, but not on 1st down. You got to hand the ball off here. But on 2nd down, you can actually do a play action, something bootleg. But Pittsburgh's going to sell out to stop the run. They can get this ball back with 1:30, down 7, give up the field goal. It's why they went for it on 4th down.
1st down, the handoff is to Sampson, but first the flag.
Yep, and bring it back 5 yards. This is where the tension grows.
Prior to the ball being snapped, timeout, Cleveland. This is their first 30-second timeout.
Smart. They didn't like the look, what they were going to run it against.
Again, the State Farm post-game show with JB and all the team back at Studio 43 in New York. Scores and highlights from around the league on this next to last week of the regular season. Tommy Reese, play caller for the Browns, not happy.
He didn't like the misalignment that they had, which is why they took the timeout.
So here's your 1st down play. Back to Sampson. Wait, and then take it for 5. That looked like it was going to be stopped after 2. And there's the quick timeout. Timeout number 1 for Pittsburgh.
Yep, and that's why that was such a good job, taking the timeout. Tommy Reese, who's actually called some pretty good games that I've watched. I mean, since he's taken over, I'm impressed with this young man. He's got a bright future there. It's just a matter of some of these turnovers not going against, but you see all the people get open early in the game.
And picking up 5 there. They got a chance to pick up a first down here.
That is the biggest play.
So you saw Reese, then you talk about Kevin Stefanski. This is game 100 for him on the Cleveland sideline. Can it be a milestone victory for him to deny the Steelers clinching the division today?
Shows how important every football game is. Even when you're out of it, you can still feel it, right? How aggressive do they want to be here?
2nd and 5. It's back to Sampson. This time they knock him back a yard.
That was the play they tried to run on first down, and they brought it back on second down. I wouldn't have done that. Pittsburgh had kind of seen it a little bit because they actually snapped the ball.
So the second timeout utilized by Pittsburgh. As you see, again, if Pittsburgh falls here, the Steelers next week would host the Ravens with everything on the line in the AFC North. We were talking to Stefanski about, what do you do these last 2 weeks? Try to develop this young talent? What are you going to do? He just cut us off and said, we're out to win. We want to win. Says he talks to his dad every day and keeps reminding him, just go enjoy it. Well, it gets a lot more enjoyment out of it when you pull off a meaningful win against a big-time rival.
It reminds me of Adrian. What do you want me to do? Win.
Yeah, right.
Ding. Dun, 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 dun. That's what they're trying to do. Here we go.
Extra lineman in for the Browns on 3rd and 6. And that just gets to the 15. Now you're looking at a 33-yard field goal. Clock is stopped again. Pittsburgh's used its last time out.
That's why we said they'll get it back with 135-ish. Kick the field goal, kick off.
Did you like what they did there on that sequence of plays?
I thought the second down play, first down was great. Second down, incorrect. Shotgun, slow developing play, and you already showed them, and you had the ball snapped. It just meant that players are really smart in the NFL. When they see a similar type of look, they attack faster. I'd have done something else there. That third down, you got a young quarterback. I'm protecting it. I've given up 6 points all day. Go down and score an 80, 85, 75-yard touchdown on me, and let me see it.
Had you been able to pick up a first down, you would have basically
won the game.
But instead, they seem like they were content to be bringing out Schmidt for a field goal try, who's made his last 10 attempts.
Yep.
33 yards with a 7-point lead, and the kick is good. Exact script that you said, Tony. Now you've said to Pittsburgh, you got to go all the way down the field to get a touchdown and the point after to tie it.
It ain't easy. You're going against the #1 pass defense in the National Football League, who has held Aaron Rodgers to 110 yards today. And these wide receivers, Jim, I mean, just not good enough so far.
By the way, the field goal, the first points of the second half. That's it. Pittsburgh, with its last 3 drives, 11 plays, 24 yards, and only 1 first down. Stefanski trusts the Jim Schwartz defense to close out this game.
That's exactly right. They've made that decision multiple times now in these last few drives, and it's paid off before. And he's got Myles Garrett on the other side.
Can you imagine if he gets the record to close out the game? Can you imagine like a bigger moment
for Jim Nantz? I could not, but you've got a few big moments. I think this one would be up there, but I'm not saying it's #1, but this would be a huge moment.
Of course, Aaron Rodgers knows all about last-second victories. If you watch the NFL today, they had a special on this being the 50-year anniversary of the first Hail Mary. Today, Roger Staubach, Dallas over Minnesota 50 years ago today. But the all-time Hail Mary artist, they said it, Rodgers has the most in history. Will it come down to something like that? Kick goes to the back of the end zone.
There's a good chance it will. And the #1 Hail Mary artist of all time is on the field.
Yes, that's it.
Said, don't hit me anymore. No, I'm going to try. All right, as long as it's you. Just don't make it be Miles.
Hey, he's exchanging a few words with Alex Wright, who got to him earlier in this quarter. Now they're stomping the stands here in Cleveland.
Big, though, that they get it at the 35.
Longest play today for Pittsburgh was a 29-yard run by Connor Hayward. Not a 30-yard play to be found. On first down, Rodgers quickly gets it to Miller, and he's already at the 50.
What a drive starter. This could not have turned out better. Zone defense, Rodgers saw it clear as day.
He's very calm, even though he has no timeouts. Here he goes on first down to the sideline. It's Miller again, and he says he did not get the second foot down.
I agree with him, I think.
Jeff Seaman over here, the line judge. He's made the proper call.
Campbell's in a tough spot. The cornerback there. He has to protect the end zone, but he's been so tight all day. We'll see how he plays it on this one as he's up there very tight on this.
Meanwhile, Garrett's on the inside.
You're right, Jim. He's moved inside. That way you can't double team. That's why he's changing the protection.
On 2nd and 10. Rodgers down the middle. Oh, it's caught! It's caught! Freiermuth has it to the Cleveland 20-yard line.
This is a big-time throw by Aaron Rodgers. This was literally within inches.
Play goes for 29 yards. Clock running inside of a minute. Fakes the handoff, goes back to Freiermuth, who picks up another 12 yards with that catch.
This is an RPO run pass option, and I can't believe he was literally going to hand it off. It's a jump pass, jump catch. And he's like, what route? Just get up on the ball. I'll tell you. He's going to take a shot outside where MVS for the win up top.
Here he's looking left. He comes this way, and the pass is caught by Thielen and out of bounds at the 7 with 29 seconds to go.
And by win, I mean the tie. But I think they might go for 2 for the win.
They could. But look at this play. Down the middle of it. How precise was that pass?
Off his back foot within inches. Then here's the jump pass.
The RPO you mentioned.
That's just Aaron Rodgers. Like, the adrenaline is up. His arm. He is in the zone on this drive right now after a rough day. Trying to double team Garrett out here. Get a chip.
2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to the end zone, and it's incomplete. And Ward got a hand on it.
Ward's been incredible. You're supposed to break in. MVS, keep going. And he decides to just do his own thing and almost ends the game for the Steelers. And Ward, who's played outstanding, and Ward's going to say, my bad. Or MVS is going to say, my bad.
3rd and goal. 24 seconds. MVS at the top. Miller at the bottom.
He could take the shot outside if he wants it. Does he trust it?
They chip on Garrett. They go to the end zone. It is not there. They went to Valdez-Scantling, and now you're down to 4th and goal.
2 times in a row, not on the same page. He runs the outside.
Now Pittsburgh finds itself in the exact situation they were in last week on the other side of it when Detroit had 4th and goal at the end of the game. Here we go, 4th and goal. Take a deep breath, Baltimore. 3 on the play clock. Rodgers out of the gun. Looking to the end zone, and it is incomplete! Incomplete and no flag! The Browns have pulled off the upset.
Here's the fade route. It's there all day. Ward wins the matchup. Without DK Metcalf, they could not find a guy to win that matchup one-on-one outside on either side. That was the difference in the game. We said, what did we say at halftime?
You said they have to find a way to get MVS to make a play like that, as they've had a couple of times today in the end zone that were DK meant routes.
Correct.
All season long. And now one kneel down, and Cleveland will have the victory, and will head to Week 18 for the Steelers and the Ravens. Game 100 for Stefanski. It's one of his best. Two-time NFL Coach of the Year. Meanwhile, Mike Tomlin, who got his 200th last week, his team never found the end zone today. 2 field goals, both coming in the second quarter. That's it.
3 of their top 4 guys, targets out.
And the sack record did not fall today. Garrett will try to get it next week in the season finale against Cincinnati. So after it's all said and done, the 2 things that had to happen this weekend, the Ravens had to win at Lambeau, tough task. They pulled it off. And Cleveland had to beat Pittsburgh, tough task. They both happened, and both went the Ravens' way.
It was coming to this game. What a shock. Baltimore, Pittsburgh for the division.
The final score, Cleveland 13, Pittsburgh 6. Let's go to Ian Eagle in Carolina for bonus coverage.